Hey guys, we're back. We're working on the Ariel Rider today, and last time we got the battery all figured out. All right, so this thing powers on. I did a couple things just to clean this up a little bit. I didn't replace the cable, just wrapped that. Also wrapped this, resoldered this so the throttle works now. And then I adjusted the brakes so that they actually brake, and topped them up with fluid. And we put on these torque sensors, torque arms down here. So we're doing really good. And then we pumped up the tires, made sure we're good there. And the big thing we're working at is the motor. So this is rear motor, dual motor, and then this one on the right should be the front motor. And we're running into some issues here, so let's check it out. So rear motor works great. So we're gonna switch it to front motor and try and, this is the big one. Hear that? It's vibrating, making a ton of noise, and it's not working very well. That's not good. So we're gonna try and fix that today. Let's get this tire off of the wheel. 19mm bolts, and we're gonna take it apart. Okay, what I want to do is just break into this hub. We're going to take off these bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just check it out to see how the hub motor is doing. Because I honestly have no idea what it looks like in there. There we go. All right, I'm feeling around in the teeth just to make sure things are okay down here. It spins great. This is my planetary gear. Okay, we're just going to add a dab of lithium grease around this planetary. Not too much, just a little bit. We don't need a whole lot more in there. You can spin the motor. Motor doesn't seem to have any issues, but it vibrates like crazy, and I don't know why. Okay, next piece, we need to take a look at the controller. So let's take apart this back here and see what we can see. All right, here's the issue. Here's my hall sensor for this controller right here. I think it's the slave. So here's the master, here's the slave controller. Slave controller, so 11 amps, 22 total. We pull about 20 amps. You can see there's the 68H issue. However, when I plug it in, it goes away. It's back. Then it goes away. So when I try and use the front motor, the 68H error pops up and then disappears as soon as I stop trying to use it. So now that we've figured out the error on the Ariel Rider, which is the error code 68H, we can actually go to support and see what that error is. So I was able to reach out to support and have a conversation with them. Ariel support was really nice. I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. The internet seemed to think that Ariel support was really, really terrible. They did ask me when I first contacted support where I got my bike, because apparently there are a lot of stolen vehicles, stolen Ariel Riders that they have to deal with. So I needed the contact number of the person I purchased it from, or the original owner really, the email address of the original owner, or the order number of the Ariel Rider. So if you're purchasing a second-hand Ariel Rider, make sure you get one of those things or all of them to make sure you can get support from the support. Once I got that, they sent out a nice video which kind of details common problems. It's an unlisted video. I'll link it in the description. but it's a pretty cool video, pretty detailed. I went over a couple more things, and then once we determined that it wasn't a common problem, they were able to work with me a little bit more. I think we sent back and forth about 5 or 6 emails to get this resolved. What we found out is that the 68H error is a communication error between the hall sensor and the motor, or I guess the hall sensor of the motor. So the motor is not speaking with the controller. And we took apart the motor. The motor looks really great, and I honestly think it's the controller. And a new controller pair, you have to buy them in pairs, is $189 from Ariel Rider themselves. I'm going to try and sell it for $450 if I can, maybe get some labor costs back, but I'm essentially selling it for at cost at this point. But it was really fun to go check it out. The rear motor works. I've ridden it around a bunch. It works extremely well, and it gets up to about 25 miles an hour with just that one motor. So it says it is a Class 2 e-bike, but the throttle doesn't actually cut off at 20 miles an hour. So that's pretty interesting. And a lot of older bikes don't conform to the standards that were made back then anyway. So it's a pretty cool bike. Someone's gonna absolutely love it and get it for a steal of a deal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.